Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the McFarlane Toys Future State Ghostmaker. Stay tuned. Before we take a look at the figure, as always, let's take a look at his accessories. Of course, he does come with the black display stand with the DC logo, and he has his character card. And yeah, it says that it's Ghostmaker from the comic Future State, comic run Future State. Okay, here, there we go. And he does have his bio at the back. Yep, so you can pause it there. It says that his real name is unknown, but I'm pretty sure it was revealed. Basically, he's Bruce Wayne's friend from when he was training, and recently he was introduced, I think, in 2020, the Batman. I think it was a Batman Infinite Frontier run. Speaking of his other accessories, though, here we have at the back is his two swords. It's kind of McFarlane's MO to have his swords kind of seen at the back. They don't really cover it up. I'm not quite sure if they already have a figure that has a covered up sheath, but with Ghostmaker it's the same. It does have, however, some cool designs on the back, and you can just draw it from here, and he has one long katana, I think it's a katana, and a shorter one. Not quite sure if it's specifically katana, but yeah, it does have both katanas do have a really cool design on the hilt. Yeah, and yeah, you can just slot them back in if you are done with them. Okay. Now we'll be taking a close look at Ghostmaker himself. Alright, so overall, it is a pretty cool ninja cyberpunk like look. He does have a lot of intricate details, as is usual for the McFarlane toy figures. Let's go from his shoes here. Really cool black and white design. It does have texture on his boot and his foot, a lot of texture, and also on his pants. Very shinobi like, I might add. I do like the black going down here. Yeah, right at the back. Yeah, MC Hammer pants, I think. I'm not quite sure, but he does have this metal part on his waist, which is kind of a floaty piece, I think. It just goes there. I think it's rubbery, and I think there is some sort of the joint is in there, but yeah, it's kind of like the other McFarlane toys where it's a rubbery torso and you don't get to see any cuts here. On the side, he does have some more awesome design on the side of his, I'm not really quite sure what it's called. On the back, and the design continues. Yeah, and there are a lot of really cool scratches on the whatever this is called. Yeah, it kind of looks like metal, but it's really a flappy piece. And to his torso, you do see the same kind of designs, black and white, kind of buckly. Has, yeah, also in texture in his abdomen. A lot of people thought it was actually cloth at first. The way the pants are very, very well sculpted, and it does hide the articulation point well. You can see here you have his pins, and this can actually rotate, but we'll get to that in the articulation segment. Moving closer to his chest, you do see he has a strap here where the katana is going to be located, the sheaths, and he has the same silverish armor piece on the top. Same with the scratches. Yeah, they really did a good job with the sculpted cloth and the texture on the armor. Moving to his shoulder pauldron, it has a kind of the ghost maker symbol there. He definitely has his own branding like Batman. I mean, I think his bat cave is called the Haunt. Yeah, I think that's, and he has an AI internet thing called the Ghost Network, I think. And the texture comes up onto his arms, and the same metalish gunmetal color on his gauntlets. And he has, I think these are trigger finger hands. I'm not sure why they keep giving them trigger finger hands, even though I don't think Ghostmaker ever uses a gun. He also has kind of bracers, I think that's knuckles. His knuckles have a sort of, for the punchy thing. Yeah, these are really well made. And for the cape, it does have that texturing on there, like the cloth. Once again, very well sculpted, very well made. He does have a hood, technically. I think that's a hood, but it's, yeah, it's not really movable. Yeah. And onto the face, there's not a lot of things here, but it does look good. Yeah, it's kind of a cyberpunk look, like I mentioned earlier, and it is quite comic accurate. Yeah, with the blue lenses showing. I think that's where his eyes are supposed to be, but it's really, really well made, and it does look like how he appears in the Batman comic. For Ghostmaker's articulation, his head does move side to side a bit, not really that much hindered by the hood, but yeah, it's weird if you put him that way. He can look up about that much. Yeah, not. Hold on. Let me just. Can look up that much, and you see his neck there, and down that much. Yeah, but it's not really too. It's not really that much range, and he does have his arms going up that much. Hold on, the shoulders are kind of bunches up at this part, but yeah, it's a really soft rubbery plastic, so yeah, you can push it a bit there and not be afraid of damage. He does have the shoulder pauldron here. They're attached on the side of the shoulder. You can rotate his bicep, and the elbows are double jointed as always, and you have his wrist on a hinge here. Yeah, but yeah, it's just about the same articulation scheme. Let's just run by it real fast. And yeah, the shoulder does like to gum up on there, but you can have it adjusted so that you can really push it further. The cloth cape does hinder it from going 360 on that part, but you can curve it, I guess. There we go. And once again, the shoulder does kind of get in the way a bit. Same here. And on the torso, let's see what we got here. Yeah, the floaty thing is there, but I think, nope, not really. It's kind of gummy there. It kind of rejects it. I think you can. No, I don't think you can. Yeah, maybe. I think there's an ab crunch there, but I'm not able to do it. He does have a backward motion up to there, but moving forward, I think it's okay. Yeah. And forward's not that much. Yeah. Moving the legs, he does have. Wow, he can do the splits. He can do splits without these getting in the way. La, 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 la. Okay. And you can kick about that much. Pretty good. Pretty good. Backwards, not that much. His butt is getting in the way. And he does have kind of I think he has a kind of thigh swivel up there, tiny, not a thigh cut, but a kind of swivel in the leg joint, same as other McFarlane figures. He only does have, I think, one bend in the knee. So yeah, there's a pin, but you can rotate it a bit. Yeah, if you can get in some. Nope, about that much. Yeah, it's very limited, but yeah. Okay, he does have the usual ankle rocker motion, and I do like the newer ankles we're getting, which are more sturdy. Sorry for that. Sturdier than the other releases. It's much easier to stand these figures, and yeah, you can have him standing up. Very good. If it's kind of tilted, but yeah, and also he does have a toe joint. You can attach his sheath here in the back. There we go. And yeah, we'll be completing the look. Let's draw out his sword. Stick it in there. I digress. Yeah, you can stick his sword there. And you can stick it. Let's see if we can put this on camera. Up. Oh, sword doesn't want to go in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can have those vice versa, but yeah, he does hold the swords rather well. Let's have him there. He doesn't even need this display stand. Go away. Yeah, so let's have him post up a bit. Yeah. I still do not get McFarlane's. No, it's not McFarlane's. I think it's Warner Brothers' policy of not having guns, but yeah, at least we have these swords, which are not at all dangerous. Yeah, but of course I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, but this guy does pose well. Once again, I don't know, the shoulders kind of bother me. Of course, I think other people won't have any problems, but yeah, it does bother me a bit. And his knee does only go about that far, but you can still get him into some awesome poses, and I just love the look of this figure. I think he's a worthy addition, even though a lot of people, of course, the people know the classic Batman villains and heroes, but a lot of people aren't that familiar with Ghostmaker. But I think he's a really cool addition to the Batman mythos. Of course, he's kind of from Bruce's past, but yeah, I think it's really interesting that they added him to the mix. Yeah, so you got a really cool ninja pose there. For some size comparisons, here we have him next to the Rebirth Batman. Come on, stand up, Batman. Ghostmaker can stand. Why can't you stand? There we go. And let's have, of course, Croc for the big figure. I do have Bane in my mind, so I'll be. I hope that I can grab a Bane so that Croc won't get tired of these size comparisons. He's always the big fig. Yeah, so he does scale well with Batman and Croc. For some reason, I think Batman's a bit shorter from what I'm seeing here. I'm not sure if it's going across the camera, but yeah, I think Batman's shorter than Ghostmaker here. Let's have Robin, a rather smaller figure. I do love that McFarlane is making these smaller figures, because I think the last ones that we got of Robin, like he didn't have a small frame. I mean, the ones that Mattel made, not McFarlane, I think they had him rather have a large buck, which doesn't really fit in well with, a kid. I do love that McFarlane is giving like a kid figure, like he's a teenager. Let's have Krog out of the way here. We do have, I do have the retro line here, which is supposed to be 6-inch, I think. 6-inch scale, not quite sure if it is exactly 6 inches. And we do have a 6-inch Iron Man. So which one is actual 6-inch? I'm not really quite sure. I don't have a ruler with me handy. But yeah, you do have Iron Man here. Alright. And yeah, Ghostmaker is 7 inches, so he's taller than both of them. Yeah, so those were the size comparisons we have. Overall, I do like this figure. I mean, it just looks cool from the shelf. You can stick it there, and he just looks cool. Even if you don't absolutely know anything about the character, I think this is an awesome addition to the line and to Batman as a whole. Yep. Once again, a solid release from McFarlane Toys. That's it for now. I did enjoy reviewing Ghostmaker. If you guys enjoyed it or would like to drop a like or a comment or maybe even subscribe, you can do so down below. And as always, I'd like you to enjoy your toys. Till next time, guys.